Hello, this is Fuzzy Wingman. I am back. Got the Sisters of Battle back. I wanted to try some Intercessors just because, you know, honestly, they're probably not as good as any other Space Marine unit that I could do. But hey, had them, wanted to try it. Doing a little bit more thematic battlefield, but hey, it should still have at least some terrain here. Trying out Seas Ground since I actually haven't done that mission yet. So we'll jump into what we need to do next. Right. Roll off to see who's going to get which side. So Space Marines get to choose if they want to be either here or here. They're going to choose this side. This is definitely where they want to be, because things are pretty good for them. Alright, time to start setting up barricades. And you have Pentagon away from the deployment zone, which is already square. And you start with defenders, correct? Starting with defender, yeah, so the sisters actually get to select theirs first. So they can do anywhere up here. Honestly, having... Actually... Let's see here, and... Perfect. So they could hold the zone, but someone could be here, and they, if they're in cover, neither of them could shoot each other. So, they're thinking that through. And that's the thing, Space Marines can just put someone here with that area, so there's really no need for doing the same kind of idea. However, they might think about that. Could just have some cover out here anyway. Sisters have to wonder if they need to think about moving up bit by bit kind of thing. Honestly, yes, they can help with that objective. Go pretty much right on top of it, can't they? Yeah. Like that. Actually, they'll put it more like that. Oh, does it have to be wholly within? Now think about it. Probably. There we go. Since this is heavy terrain, you know, most cases they're going to be okay for the front, but they block over there. That helps. Okay, now Space Marines. Don't have to be... Yeah, there we go. There we go. Deployed. Set up operatives, starting with defender. Is there any other thing they need to think about? Not at the moment. So, they want at least something like this. The conceal order. Alright, they want to review their TAC ops. That's fine. Alright. Be like that. They'll conceal for now. In fact, might as well do that on that side as well. Conceal. Actually, not this operative. This operative. And we'll put this operative with a conceal. Since most targets would have, well, you can see part of her bases would have someone crossing, so she's also concealed. So they're all concealed together. I mean, honestly, you could just go like this. Actually, we'll put one like that. They want at least her right there. They'll put someone on here. Oh, you know what? Like that. I mean, hey, if you're going to be out in the open like that, that one will at least have an engage. And hey, she can at least, for the time being, be concealed behind her ally. Everyone else is a conceal. They don't have much reason to be super engaged. Alright. Space Marines time. Let's see here. Yeah. If he even goes here, this heavy terrain will block for that. Yeah, he'll go about there with an engage order. Sergeant up front. Actually, they're now considering when they're placing this model to place it right there. Because I always forget about, I can at least dash one person at the beginning. And that's about as far forward she can go. She might be able to get to there, kind of thing, with her free dash. So we'll do that. This guy, he'll have a conceal order for now. Someone here, you know what? He'll have an engage order, just in case they have actual targets to shoot. They might as well try to go for it. Someone here, an engage order. Still got to think about objectives and stuff, so he'll be here with an engage order. Quick, easy, done. All right. Scouting. Well, in this case, both are going to choose recon, because that's the best for both teams. So that means the Space Marines will get to decide initiative. First, let's dash. Ooh, they can dash. Ooh. Haha. She made it so that way she will still be within 1 for that guy. And heavy terrain there for these people. So she's actually in a good spot right now. So he will dash. So that actually puts them in a good state for everyone. Yeah, now we just rolls. No, right. No, we don't roll to see who has initiative. Space Marines. They'll choose the initiative. They're going to do their best. And just... Oh yeah, that's at the end of turning points. Okay, so they have to be standing on objectives at the end of turning points. That's fine. Now we move on to ploys. Space Marines. Okay. Space Marines will spend a command point for Bolter Discipline because they might have some opportunities to, like, say, shoot at that model twice. And leave it at that. And Sisters of Battle. God. Yeah, they have better options than that, so... And for either strategic ploys instead of tactical ploys. So now we have to look at attack ops. Since the Sisters have one when a challenge, so they'll activate that one. And they'll actually declare this model challenging that model, because melee versus melee. Okay, and then the Space Marines don't reveal now. Space Marines will go first and they'll activate. At least one. Get that guy there. That terrain's still in there. He has to actually shift just a little bit to even be on that objective. So, well, back that up. Because now I think about it. 1, 2, 3. He has the whole ability to he has 3 actions. He could shoot and dash back. And he should have a script. He can dash after he shoots. And he's actually going to shoot at her. Because, hey. Alright. Bolt rifle. 4 shots, 3's to hit. Because even though she's concealed, she's not in cover to be a non-target. So that's important because it is penetrating 1. Except it's a Repentia, who doesn't even have armor. Well, I guess she does. She does have armor. They do have 2 6-up saves, kind of thing. So we'll roll her 2 6-up saves against all 3 of those successful hits. Gets nothing. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm gonna double check their ploy. Little divine intervention. Okay. I'm just making sure. Okay, so she has 7 wounds in total, so when they apply the crit, they're going to spend their command point for divine intervention, which just ignores all damage from that. And then they apply, and then I'm just going to do all those together. That would be for a total of 6, but on a 5-up, that damage is ignored because Repentia. So she only takes 5, which leaves her with 2 wounds left. Now they could deny... Well, he's still technically within that, so he's going to spend a second action, or first action, like third action, because he can shoot twice. He's going to just shoot into her again, because he knows now she can't do divine intervention, and she's a challenge, so he can deny the whole challenge. And he only gets 2 hits. Could spend a command point to reroll that, but he's not going to care. He's like, there's enough damage there, it's probably okay. She needs 3 6s. No, technically she needed 2 6s. Because 6s were successes for her. So she failed. It's again 6 damage. No divine intervention a second time. She blocks 2 of them, but takes 4, which was more than what she had left. She is gone. And the challenge has failed. So that was his third action, which was good because that denied their ability to do anything completely. And then let's see here. Meltagun. Not a heavy weapon or anything. Alright, you can't actually select to be shooty in this turn, but hey. She's gonna go... Well, no, if she moves... We still can get some people over here. So we're gonna actually first start with this model. 1, 2, that's 1 circle. 2 circle. 3 circle. At that point... Well... Then she could even... Make sure she's against this terrain. So that way this terrain even blocks her. So she's good. He's going to go. He's going to activate. First action. Hey, guess what? He has an auxiliary grenade launcher. Frag and Krak grenades, the operative equipped with, he's only equipped with Krak, can be selected for use twice instead of the normal 1 use. So he gets to fire twice, but again, he can't use Bolt or Discipline for that, so he can still only fire once right now. But he fires the Krak grenade. It loses its range. It loses the range and it loses the interact. But that means that he can now fire at her from across the map. So 4 attacks, 3's to hit. That's all 4 hits. No, correction. That's 3 hits. Also, he just used her dice, so I'll just kind of go like... Yeah. He used the wrong dice. Well, Sister's Battle dice does great when they're getting shot at. AP1. Sister Battle gets 2 defense dice because of the AP. She blocks 2 of those successfully. And it only does 4 damage. Only? Oh, well, yes, because of regular Sister Battle, that's still 4 health. They still had quite a bit. So he's fired. And for his second action, he's actually going to kind of pass. There's a whole reason for that. It's just kind of like, he can't reveal it right now. For the Sisters of Battle now, she is going to go 1, 2, 3. Now she's in cover. And because she knows she might die next, she's just going to shoot into him. Because at least she has enough wounds that she's not limited in her health. So she still gets to fire a bolt gun normally, 4 attacks, 3's to hit. Not even worth trying to spend any command points to reroll. There we go. The Sister's Battle dice rolls great when a Space Marine's firing it. They're going to move this guy. 1, 2. And he's there. For his second action, he's going to shoot at her. 4 shots. 3's to hit. Doesn't fully care. Well, no, it's penetrating 1, so she still gets 3 defense dice. And I just remember she auto-retains one of them, but in this case she still blocked both shots. So she's good. For his third action, he's going to fire at her because she's on an objective. Might as well. 4 shots, and he might be able to kill her. Just try to kill someone. 4 shots, 3's to hit. There, now he's got his pen, which is... So she has 2 dice. She will auto-retain one of them, because she can at least block 2 normal damage. Actually, she just realized she has to roll this. Because even if I block 2 regular damage, that 4 will be a death. So she has to try to roll... Okay, either way. She needed to roll 6 for it to be a success. So, failed. She want to spend a command point to try to get a 6? She will. She doesn't really want to... Okay, well, doesn't matter. Like, not good at rolling 6s. She's gone. Make sure nothing... Yeah, nothing triggers still for attack ops. So... Yeah, he's fired twice into that model. So that's all 3 of his actions. He's doing well. They're holding that objective. And now the sisters get to go again. Well, it's going to just be Overwatch from these guys. If they can shoot kind of thing, but... That's 1 circle. 2 circle. Well, she could do part of her 3 circle and dash to be there. But she'll just go up to here. Still have cover, and she can melt that guy later. Because she didn't have an engage order. But now they know this guy might disappear. Third act, now Space Marines are going to activate. This guy, they're going to try to hope some models come out before he goes along. So he's going to be on top of the objective to make sure it's held and pass. Now, sister's turn. 1, 2, 3. And still concealed. This guy, 1, 2, 3. He's got no one to shoot at, so he'll just kind of dash to be a little bit more forward, to have nice, good views if he gets to Overwatch. So Space Marines are now in Overwatch phase, if they get any. And they're actually going to have her. That's 1 circle, 2 circle, 3 circle, and then dash. Yeah, stay concealed. Space Marines still can't Overwatch anyone. Well, let's see here. Actually, correction. He can Overwatch her. So he will fire 4 shots, 4's to hit. Yes, you have to reduce for Overwatch. He's got 2 hits in. She's got 3 defense dice. Mix them both. So he's completed his Overwatch. So she will 1, 2, that's 1 circle, 2 circle, 3 circle. She will dash to here. Yeah, so the sisters are about thinking about hitting her. If she jumps over there, well, she could dash to there, so she doesn't mind. They haven't actually activated to... Alright, we'll start with this model. So that's... reduces a circle, but then she will dash this way, because then she only has a small distance to cover to get over there. Can't Overwatch. Let's see here. That'd be 1, 2. She's just saying since this one can, but I'm now going, okay, 1, 2, and just kind of dashing. 1, 2, dash. There's no need for any of the other shenanigans, and the Space Marines couldn't do anything. So, end of turn. Sisters can't actually... I forgot I should say turn once. Sisters don't have any attack ops to reveal. Space Marines will reveal execution, since they actually have killed more enemy operatives. So far execution has been revealed and is on the table. The other two have not been. Everyone goes up 1 command point. And now we start... Okay, so Space Marines hold this objective. And basically, the objectives are split evenly. It's just a big question of how does that work points-wise in the game. At the end of each turning point, you score victory points as follows. If friendly operatives control 2 or more objectives, you score 1 victory point. That's true for both teams, so 1 victory point. If friendly operatives control more objectives than enemy operatives, you score a point. That is not the case. They do not score, and neither team has objectives in the other team's kill zone. So right now, people don't have. Now here's the interesting thing. They've technically secured ground. At the end of each turning point, each objective marker friendly operatives control is secured. So these are all secured by each teams. While an objective is secured by your kill team, it stays under their control, even if no friendly operatives are within circle of it. If an enemy operatives control that objective marker following the normal rules for controlling objective markers is no longer secure. So basically, now both teams can just make a push as long as no operatives get within 2. So that becomes interesting. Each team has 1 victory point right now. Okay. Now we roll to see who has the initiative. Sisters of Battle, actually. Ooh. They don't reveal anything now. Yeah. They're not going to spend any strategic ploys. Space Marines are actually going to hold on to theirs too, since they don't know what's in store for them. Alright. Ooh, she has a range of like that. Let's see here. You drop 1 circle there, and if you did another charge, you would be... If you did a charge, you probably can get over and be in charge distance. Ooh. And actually, sisters are going to make the... Well, no, they don't need to make that call just yet. They are going to have this one switch to an engage order. Do a charge. So that's 1 circle, 2 circle. And that's because she has to subtract 2 circles from going over these, but she's still within the engage range. And then for the second action, she's going to attack. So 4 attacks. With that big sword. Ooh, 2 hits. That's good. Primaris, he's got his fists. 4 attacks. 3's dead. He's got 2 crits in a row. Oh, wow. Well, she's going to first apply the first strike, which does 5 damage, which puts him at 8 wounds. He's going to do the silly thing. Since it's brutal, he can only parry with a crit, so he's going to use that to parry, because now she has no other attacks. And then he's going to apply the crit, which they'll spend Divine Intervention to ignore. And he applies the regular, which is 3 damage. And now she does her 3 5-ups. Makes 2 of them. So only takes 1 damage, which leaves her at 6 wounds. Ooh, he doesn't like that. Especially because she can come along and charge into here and finish it up, and also just hold the objective. So Space Marines are not 100% sure what they're going to do now. Because they have him, too. Can you dash and charge? I don't think so. Yep, you can't dash and charge, so... If he tries to charge, it goes 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so he's gone 1 circle. That's 3 circle. And then he can't go any further. So he can't. And she's not got an engage order, so he can't just, like, go right here and shoot her. Except he realizes if he goes over here, she can't, like, charge over to him. She can't take the objective yet. He's realizes she might be able to. Or he can just climb up here. And shoot down at them. He's not 100% sure what he wants to do. So these two know that something's about to happen over here. And he could get, like, his self kind of... He can't get a shot on Melta, but he can get closer to her. They'll leave him in reserve to go after here, so they'll activate this guy. Wow, lots of choices. 1, 2, that's 1 circle. 2 circle. 3 circle. He can't get to her, but he can at least unload into her. So he's gonna... For his second action... Actually, correction. Second action... Third action, fire into her. Space Marines, yo, firing into... You can get all the way over there and then fire his 4 shots. 3s to hit. Ooh, that's a good shooting on their part because that's pen. So she's now got 2 defense dice. They've already spent their Divine Intervention, so... Well, she can block those 2 at least. And those 2 go through for a total of 7 damage. But she is a meltagun with 1 wound left. So now it's Sisters of Battle's turn. Switch her to an engage order. 1, 2, that's 1 circle. 2 circle. E. And then for her second action, she's gonna... She also had grenades. And it's right there, and it's indirect, so she doesn't have to worry about him being in cover. And it's a Krak grenade, so 4 attacks, 3s to hit. Ooh. Crit there, and he's only got 2 defense dice, and he can't put anything as... So he failed 1. Actually, he's gonna... Well, does he want to spend? Yeah, he's spending a command point to reroll that. Make sure he's really on the... Okay, he failed it. He'll block the crit, and then he takes 2 regular, which is a total of 8 damage, which leaves him at 5 wounds. But she's not holding the objective, so he doesn't care as much. He realizes he can't shoot at her. And the fact that this one could probably dash onto here, so he's still kind of annoyed. He doesn't have targets, too, except her. This guy's going to activate, And he's going to do his second Krak grenade at her, since that's all he's... You might as well do that, since that's his best thing right now. This is his last Krak grenade, 4 shots, 3's to hit. Gets 2 hits. Still AP1, so she gets 2 defense dice. They'll spend their final command point to reroll that one. Just so that way they can ignore all damage from him. Denying his second thing. And now he doesn't know what he's going to do for his second and third action. He's just going to pass and stay there, actually. Now, for Sisters of Battle, that's 1 circle. No, that's 2 circle, and that's 4 circles. She can only get to about there. She can't actually engage him. How far away is the whip into a frenzy? They have to be within square. Well, anyway. She'll do her own charge. 1, and that's 4. And then for her second action, she's going to attack the Space Marine who's been injured. Also, now she's sitting on top of it, and they are holding it pretty well. So what's her attacks? She has 5 attacks with her neural whips. 3's to hit. So all those hit. It was lethal 5-up, so it's kind of a shame she got not a single crit. But he's only got 3 attack back. And he whiffed. So you want to consider punching back and re-rolling that? The Space Marines will spend a command point to re-roll that. There he goes. He's got a crit at least. Let's see here. I'm just trying to check. She's going to apply damage for the first attack strike, which will remove his health. He realizes if he were to apply all these damage, let's see here. That's 4, 3, 3. So he can end up, if she doesn't parry, she could potentially, and see, now he has to actually think. It's like, if he applies that, and then she applies that, and he applied that, and she applied that, he can apply that and kill, basically, unless she parries him, and she can't parry one, and she can only parry his regular, so he's actually going to apply damage and strike, because she can't kill him before he kills her. So he's going to apply damage. So she's going to actually have... Oh, right. She's technically switched to engage order. So she had 9 health in total. And she just took 3, so she's at 6. She's going to have to apply parry, because otherwise he will kill her. So now he applies his crit, which is 4, which puts her at 2 health. And she applies the other 2, which will be 2 damage each, which puts him at 2 wounds. And then she's done fighting. Now Space Marines' turn. They're really trying to draw things out here. I'll actually activate this guy and he'll fight her. Because, he can potentially kill her before she... Well, I mean, he gets to apply a strike before she gets to do anything. Granted, he needs 4s to hit because he's injured, so let's see if he gets a hit. He gets 2 hits. Doesn't matter what he does, he gets to apply... Alright. That's turn 2. He gets to apply the strike first, and because she doesn't have anything to stop that, because they've spent all their command points, she will die on that. And she does not get to attack back. And also, that means she won't be able to attack him because he did that. And the Space Marines did have Headhunter. So they score a victory point for killing her. Actually, I should mark TAC Ops differently because you get different. You can only get up to 6 points there. And then they score an extra victory point because it's within the second turn. So, success. And that was quite a bit. And then he has to pass for his rest of his things. But hey, more point APL on this than Sisters, so they're still going to hold that. And now Sisters have to make a decision what their next move is. Yeah, starting on that side did not help the Sisters. If you go, that'll be 2 circle. I mean, even if you try to dash, you're only really, it doesn't help you enough on that. So that's, yeah, she's activating, still staying with the concealer, so that's, she's technically on 2 circle, 3 circle, and then dashing to be all the way over here. So that way, next time she could jump over here. So the Space Marines do know at some point they'll need some help over there. And they're just thinking they can potentially hold this area with these guys. So because of that, I'll keep this guy with a conceal order, and he'll go 1, 2, 3. He doesn't want to necessarily engage her, because if she gets a crit and reap, she kills that guy. So he's gonna just be over there. Oh, you know what? And then he's just gonna dash to be right here. So just nope, he's not gonna do that. That puts him in a visible range of being shot. So he's just gonna stay there. No, Sisters know that as soon as it's about to become critical time for Overwatch because this model will get shot up. So you'll switch this model to an engage order. She will 1, and that's 2 circle, 3 circle be there. And for her second action, she's going to fire into him with just a bolt gun, just the standard bolt gun. Not much she can do. 4 shots, 3s to hit, or just 2 crits in a regular. So still gets his 3 defense dice. He's gonna at least put 1 in there. Do they want to spend a command point to try to block some of that? Because 2 crits is enough to kill him. I'll spend a command point to try to reroll this. Okay, so he's got. So you can block a crit, a regular, and still take too much damage. Because these 2 still is a crit and a regular, which is still 7 damage, which is way more than his health. He actually dies. And they still technically own this objective since Sisters haven't gotten within circle of it, but he doesn't even get to go, which actually is bad for the Sisters because then he gets to Overwatch and he will fire into her. 4 shots, 4s to hit. Ooh, he got the crit, which is basically what he needed. So now she only has 2 defense dice and she needs a 3 and a 6. I mean, there's nothing she could do. She can't stop that whatsoever unless she has something ability. Ooh, she has a purity seal. So she knows this is successful. It turns out you can re-roll without spending a command point, even on when you're being shot at. Unfortunately, she couldn't get that 6, so she's dead. The blowing away one Space Marine made it so that they could blow away her when they didn't even realize it. Let's see here. This model, go 1, that'd be 2, 3, even if you, okay, but she can kind of dash to get herself what she needs to be here, and she'll stay in a concealed order. So they're still converging over there. Overwatch now is this guy. He'll fire a regular bolt gun at her. 4 attacks, forced to hit because of Overwatch. Oh, wow, okay. 2 crits, so she gets 2 defense dice. I can block that one. But that's all she can do. But those 2 crits is still 8 damage, which is enough to just take her out. Jeez. And hey, they, that actually finally activates the Deadly Marksman. He was the marksman. The enemy, he killed an enemy operative while he's still wholly within their, wholly within, so he can be anywhere within here, technically. I didn't realize it was within square of the drop zone, but hey, he's in there. Yeah, but this is just revealed. He still hasn't even gotten victory points for that yet. He has to kill more to do that. So he's gone. You can see now it leaves her up. She is going to switch to an engage order, I think. Yeah, switch to an engage order. And she's actually going to fire at this guy. You know, he's way out there. Obviously, no problem. 3's to hit. Just roll terribly. There's 3 defense dice. Say that's ignored, right? Yeah. Wow, okay. They both got 1 success each. And that's her action. So, end of turn. Do the Sisters of Battle get anything? No. They haven't been able to activate their TAC Ops. Space Marines still have to do another thing for Deadly Marksman. They did get another round of killing more models. So they did get 1 victory point for execution so far. Yeah, so they got that so far. And now we go back to flipping these. And everyone still holds the same objectives, technically, so everyone goes up 1 victory point in that scenario. So nothing changes there. Now we just roll for initiative. Sisters still have the initiative, actually, which gets interesting of what their choice... Oh, yeah. Does anyone... No, everyone has 1 command point, so no one wants to spend anything on anything else. And Sisters are actually going to switch this model to an engage order, and she's going to... Let's see here. What kind of charge can she do? She's going to try to be clever with her charge. She can go 1 circle, 3 circle... Yeah, 1 circle, 3 circle. And now she's within the center of this, but only with engage. So she was clever and was able to charge him and still hold the subjective, kept between them. So now she will attack, because honestly, that's what they need to be doing. So 4 attacks, 4's to hit, or you know, get that. You know what? They'll spend a command point to reroll one of these because they really need more than 1 success. There we go, 2 hits. Now the leader's got chainsword for 4 attacks, 3's to hit. So he's got 2 successes. He can't parry, so there's really no reason to spend a command. Well, let's see, how much damage is that? That's enough to kill, so he's just not going to bother. And she gets to go first. She's going to first fly a strike, because it's still 5 damage, and that's, so he's now at, okay, so he's now at 9. Jeez, he's got a lot of health. He's going to apply a strike, which is 4 damage, but we now see how much actually goes through because of the 5 up. So 5. So she blocks 3, which leaves 4 left. So now she has to wonder, does she want to apply a parry and lock them up? Now she's going to apply a strike. Applying that strike because that's the most damage they could do to leave him at 4. Because when he applies this strike, as long as one of these dice is a 5, she's still standing. 2 of them are, so she's got 2 health still. And she's done. See, now the Space Marines have to really consider. And there's enough Repentia here to put them in a problem. Well, he's going to go activate. Go 1, 2, and just be here. And then for his second action, he's going to fire into her. Because, try to stop her from doing anything. 4 attacks. Whoo, that's a lot of hits. And then the pen, so she's only got 2 defense dice. Still blocks those 2. And she's okay with that. She takes 7 damage, which leaves her at 1. He's done. Now, the question is, does he... Well, that's the thing is, I don't know... Well, I think technically no one controls this now because he's now walked over there. So what she's going to do... Let's see here. Can she? 1, 2, 3, 4? I think she can declare a charge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, even though, yes, she's moved there for the charge, the first thing she was going to do for her first action, let's see here. Oh, she had a vial of restoration. And once per battle, when this operative is activated, which she just was, it can use this ability, which she's going to. She regains 2d3 lost wounds. So that's 2, 4. So she's up to 5. Damn. And, honestly, before she charged, she was going to fire her bolt gun for her first action. She was not going to fight. So for her first action, she was going to fire, expecting him to live, and then charge. So we'll see what happens. If she somehow blows him away with the bolt gun, she's going to have to move back there. But that's okay. Or she moves back a circle, which is also good. Because she's going to try to take that back. So, yeah, she's going to fire. She's no longer classified as injured because of the vial. So, 2 hits. 3 defense dice. He had enough to block it, and then she did her charge. And is in fighting range, and, that was all of her actions. Since she's the Icon Bearer, she classifies as 3 APL, he's 3 APL. No one holds this objective anymore. So she's denied him, his ability at least. And now Space Marines have to go. He can't shoot at her because she's over there. Well, he's a Space Marine. 1, 2, 3. Dash. Third action, shoot at her. He's the marksman, so he's going to try to at least get another kill. Ooh. I think he just successfully did that. She needs 2 6s here. Oh, she's blocked. Well, she really should have kept one of these as a auto success, but, even if she blocked one of these, she's still taking a ridiculous amount of damage. So, yeah, he 4, 8, and that was enough to kill her. And then, you know, 12, 16. So, he's still... So now he's gotten his triggered of Deadly Marksman. He finally got a victory point for that. And denied them from being able to go over there. But they're currently about to lose this space. Since now sisters go. They're actually just going to have her activate. Right? No, they actually have a smarter idea for this. She's going to switch to an engage order. Let's see how she can move around. Okay, let's take his 2 wounds. That's for the Space Marine. So she's going to go... That's 2 circles. And then for a 3rd circle, she's going to be right here. Oh, could she do a 4th circle and be like within him? No. She's just going to be on top of the objective. She's just squarely on the objective. And for her second action, she's going to fight him. And so she... I mean, honestly, she just needs one of these to hit. So, not a single one of those hits. He gets his 3 fists. Man, these sisters' dice is terrible. Oh, he's got 3 hits. So that's 3, 6. Well, let's first do these 3. And, you know, it's just... I got 6 dice here. How many? Okay, there we go. She's taken 3 damage so far. From that strike. And then the last strike is another 3, right? Yep, another 3. Blocked another one, only takes 2 more. Oh my god. Talk about really bad luck on that run. In all honesty, he still doesn't know what he wants to do. This guy, if he attacks, he could kill her, but then he can't really get to an objective. Actually, he could... No, there's no reason not to fight and then charge again. So he's gonna fight, you know, first action. So he's got 4 attacks, 3s to hit. He's probably gonna hit. Yeah, and then he's just gonna apply one. You know, I don't even have to roll for her because as soon as he applies one, she's gone. Oh yeah, he would switch to an engage order because he wants to verify, but I think there's no limitation to say you can't fight and charge. Yeah, because otherwise it would say you can't do both in the same turn, but, you know. And because of that, so that means he still can charge, so... He's gonna charge into here, so that way he's also holding onto the objective. So that's his actions, which now actually turns the sister's turn. She's gonna activate, and she's gonna fight. She's actually gonna fight this guy. There's some reasoning behind that, and some hopes. But, you know, their hopes and dreams have not been going well lately. So 4 attacks, 4s to hit. All 4 are hits. He's got 4 attacks, 3s to hit. He's got 2 crits and a regular. She's going to first apply a strike because, you know, that's actually the good thing. She applies the strike, he takes 5 damage, he's dead. She's just hoping for a 6 to apply the reap to kill him as well. Okay, now he activates. He fights her because she's got 2 health on her. So he does 3 attacks. It's going to be 4s to hit because he's injured. He misses. That's actually very important because she still attacks back. And because she's here to help her, she's back to force to hit. She gets her one hit in, and that's actually enough to kill him. So bad rolls ended up paying off. And with all that, no Overwatch can happen. Oh yeah, for the sisters, they actually achieve Headhunter. I don't think this is turn 2. I think this is turn 3, if I recall. Yeah, because second turn they lost. Yeah, this is the third turn. So they only score the victory point for Headhunter, but they don't score it for doing it soon enough. Also, I need to look at the wording on the tac op that's misprinted, since they got that tac op. The rob and ransack. You can reveal this when an enemy operative is incapacitated by a friendly operative within triangle, but there's no but there are no enemy operatives. Well, there aren't. So she technically did that. So currently she's gotten 1 victory point for the team. So she just has to live, and she can gain, be alive at the end of the game, and they'll get another victory point. So she just put a target on her, but honestly, that's actually, Space Marines are actually going to have some trouble here. Okay, so everyone's going to be going up 1 command point at the end of this, and now we're actually going to have to figure out mission objectives. So sisters technically own this one, and this one. So that's 3 of them, and Space Marines just own those 2. So friendly control 2 or more objectives, you score a victory point. Sisters own 3, so that's a victory point. Space Marines own 2, that's still a victory point. If you control more objectives than enemy operatives, you score victory points. For sisters, that is true. So they're at a victory point there. If control any objective markers in your opponent's skill zone, that one, sisters get a point. Denying him this capture really helped. Like, that icon bearer is really helping. If operatives control 2 or more objectives than your opponent, you score. And in their half you score, but they don't currently. So that's it right now. But it's actually completely tied game. And we go on to the final turn here, which is actually pretty interesting. That's so far pretty balanced. All right, the initiative roll. Potentially the most important. Space Marines have it. First action. He shoots her. I mean, just simply straight up. Actually, does he want to? If you perform shoot action, does that deny your ability to charge? There's nothing stating he can't shoot, then charge. So, hey. And doesn't even say he can't shoot, then charge, then fight, I think. I mean, or just say if you choose to shoot. Doesn't say you can't shoot, charge, then fight. So, he's going to shoot her first. That's his first action. 4 attacks, 3's dead. 2 hits. She gets her 3 defense dice of 6 ups. She failed them, obviously. He's going to apply 1. They're going to spend a command point to just ignore the damage from that one. And then he'll apply another one, which is 3 damage. And she'll roll her 3 5-ups. And only take 2 damage. So she's at 4. And then he's going to charge. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. He's in. And then for his third action, he's going to fight her because he really wants to eliminate the model that, you know, he could deny a victory point. Oh, right. And he, I was going to say the Deadly Marksman. But he's already gotten that first condition. He just needs to not die. Which now he's putting at risk. So, 4 attacks, 3's to hit on her. He gets crit, 3 regulars. And then she's got 4 attacks, technically 3's to hit because of the other sister. And she's not wounded yet. Oh, boys. That's some brutal attacks there. He's gonna first apply his crit because if she doesn't make any 5-up saves here, okay, so far she's made 1, and then so I rolled 3 dice, but I need to do it for all 4. So she's only made 1, so she has 1 wound left. And she's gonna apply this critical, which starts off doing 6, which would put him at 7, and I think Reap would still hit him. Yeah, applies 2 mortal wounds to everyone kind of thing, so he's now down to 5. He can't parry, so he's going to apply another strike. That's 3 5-ups. If she makes all of these, she's good. She doesn't, she's dead. Oh, right. I forgot to, for the Space Marines, I think, count the execution, which happened last turn, so that's done. Very much done. And since he killed her, he denied their Robin Ransack. Or the extra point from the Robin Ransack. So, that has completed. They're now technically holding the zone. But sisters get to go next, and they're actually going to activate her. She's going to attack. Unfortunately, she's 5s to hit. But, you know, she's going to apply that before he gets to do anything. And just slice through him. However, yeah, I was going to... Yeah, we'll just slice through him. Kill him. And just remember the death... the death thing is until his next activation, which is not going to happen because he's gone. So she's killed him. Now she holds that objective, and now we go to this guy. He can fall back and shoot, or he's just gonna... He's got fists. He'll fight her. He thinks he can just win on this melee, so 4 attacks, 3's to hit. He's got crit and irregular. That's gonna be enough as long as... we'll see what she's got. She's got 3 attacks, 4's to hit. She's not as good. Or she just rolls 2 crits. Which, you know, can't kill her, but he knows she can parry whatever she wants. So he's going to... yeah, that's the thing. He applies the crit. It does 4 damage. She's at 1 wound. She applies a parry. And then she applies a strike. I mean, it does 3. And leaves him at a whopping 10 health still. But he's got no more action points, and there's no reason for him to fall back or anything, so he's just going to pass. And she's going to pass because she wants to stay there because, again, she completely denies any ability for his thing. Oh yeah, the Deadly Marksman failed because he got obliterated by that sister. So attack ops are fully done. So that's done. There's no one that can do anything. And then we go back to scoring for victory points based off of objectives. Sisters still own all these 3, so they still have 2 or more, so they gain a victory point. Space Marines have 2, so they get that. But now the sisters control more objectives than their enemy. That is still the case. So they gain a point there. And they control 1 in the enemy's half. There we go. And if they controlled any more, they would own more. Actually, after she killed him, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you only control it at the end of your turn. So, when the Space Marine went there, there's at one point where it's not in their control anymore, I think. So she has to stay there to control it. Just that kind of weird thing that on how it's worded. I don't know if she could have technically gone here and claimed this one and then had both, but either way, they had, at that point, they had 10 and Space Marines had 9. So the sisters only win by 1 point at the end. Because they got the objectives more, but the Space Marines really did well in their TAC ops. Which is actually really cool. That was way more balanced than anticipated. That was pretty cool. Thanks very much for watching, and have a fabulous day, everybody.